She didn't blink, not once, and the only things moving on her were the pigtails and her mismatched color hair ties. Jeff grew empowered, making sounds like he was hacking at a tree in the forest and was already sweating. He tossed baby girl to the other side of the wall unit, but she skillfully held onto her phone while moving the rest of her stiff body. Her elbows and knees remained bent at the same angles they were when he began, causing some skin to break from the wood scraping her when being ragged. Still, not one blink. Her eyes were peeled, and the pacifier never moved because she breathed out her nose, only making it too silent to detect. She was smart, keeping the camera at an angle where she could always see herself. It helped her concentrate on keeping the same face while blocking out everything around and inside her. Her head lifted toward the ceiling simultaneously with her phone as Jeff spared her with a soft landing on the bed. She gathered he wanted a piece of her action because he now used her phone to look at them instead of the mirror. She still didn't move her elbows or her forearms. They lay on the bed, right where Jeff initially placed them as he bounced his way in and out of her pussy. Her feet remained lifted off the ground, but Jeff lifted them higher to clamp them around his waist to get better leverage. They're going to have a riot when they get a hold of this nanny cam, baby girl. But you just keep that fucking mouth shut, or I swear to you, there won't be no more working coming from this way. Baby girl didn't move a muscle, and thought him threatening her while she performed was distasteful, so ignored everything he said until it faded like a kidnapper's voice after being knocked unconscious. She thought about playing red light, green light, 1, 2, 3 as a child, and held her position, staring into her phone while mentally patting herself on the back for her stellar performance. It would put her rankings on the site in another bracket, making her the queen of controversy once again. After the lay, Jeff lay back like Jabba the Hutt while baby girl tried not to get lost under his body. He didn't care for the TV to be on. Instead, he found joy in feeling 20 pounds lighter from busting a nut and smoking cigarettes while singing songs baby girl didn't think Slacks cared for. You didn't think I could sing like that, did you? He asked. As he went to pluck his ashes on the nightstand, he noticed baby girl staring at his body. You looking at my titties? They're almost as big as yours, right? He laughed. Baby girl burst out laughing too and grabbed one of Jeff's man boobs, then squeezed it.
I do, they are so meaty. I could just play with them. You're like a big bear.
Jeff burst into another classical ode by Barry Manilow while raising the cigarette to his mouth like a microphone. She loved how he was so funny, unashamed, and jolly. She was free from the intense guise and pressure waiting for her a couple of floors under, reminding her of why she loved these gigs.
Does the steak of Texas make all of you feel so happy, or are you a diamond in a rough?
She asked Jeff. Well, I suppose being a high roller has its perks, but there's always tough times even for the big wigs, you feel me, baby girl?
What? No, not in the oil industry. Or am I wrong? You really look like the oil type.
Really? Chicken oil? They both laughed at girl's apparent wrong guess. I'm in construction, baby girl, he said in his Texan accent, while taking a deep drag from the Marlboro menthol.
Ooh, my daddy was in construction. Not you, daddy, but the motherfucker that made me daddy. But he never wanted to show me anything. Said I was too small. Which was ironic because my dad was a small man himself.
Her hand was already wrapped around Jeff's balls and cock as soon as he said construction. She clenched them with excitement, then wagged his man meat side to side while telling a story about her father. Oh, that's a shame. There's a lot of cool stuff to know about construction if you're interested in that kind of thing. Hell, I could tell you so much shit about the construction business you'd want to get into real estate.
What? No, don't say that, because if you get me all hyped up just so I can get disappointed again, I'll turn into a feminist.
She remembered what Benjamin said about holding a man's dick with two hands, and hers were very small. She pumped Jeff's junk up and down with both of them, to every syllable that left her whiny throat until his cock thickened again. He inched back to get more comfortable, excited at having the opportunity to talk about his profession, which he felt everybody thought was boring. No, I wouldn't do that, baby girl. I mean, hell, I got some time on the clock. What do you want to know? I mean, where can I begin?
What are you doing now? I want to know what work you do now, Daddy. I don't care about nothing else.
Okay, well, right now we got the crane set up over some open space area that some shopping malls are going to be put up at. Outlets, eateries, spas, all types of shit, you name it. I got that contract for me and the fellas, but then another contract fell right in my lap after that, like plow.
Like I did?
Baby girl smiled while rubbing the head of Jeff's dick, sending him into bliss. Exactly. You sure are something sweet, baby girl. So anyway, I'm just a city slicker who got it out the mud, you know. I don't know nothing about this new shit being thrown my way, but sure enough, I found myself in my office talking to this fine Mexican woman. Sorry, no offense, baby girl, but I'm serious. I said, ma'am, I'm sorry, but I don't deal in the technology department. The farthest I go is wiring, and even that gets outsourced to another company.
What does she want done?
This woman wanted to set up satellite and radio stations around the compound. Jeff dropped the thought due to baby girl jerking away at his meat ferociously while moaning at the same time.
I'm so sorry, Daddy. Please forgive me. It's just, I get so turned on by hearing you talk about this for me. It's like the bedtime story I never had. And I love your accent. Please continue.
She leaned in and lay on his cock, smashing it in between her tits, then buried her face into his stomach. Yeah, so I said, what in Eve's ass do you intend to do with all of that? She said it's for the new wave of bandwidth necessary for communications, that she built them from scratch during her time in the military.
The military?
Yeah, sweetie, the military. That's what I said. So I'm like, do you have the zoning permits for this kind of shit? And how much does it pay? Once she showed me the digits on that check, I didn't give a goddamn if Pee Wee Herman signed those permits as long as it cleared in my account. It looked like they were trying to hide the damn antenna in the trees, but come to find out, it's all legit. Chapter 8. Northern Hospitality. Dick awoke from his sleep and saw a guy laying across from the hotel bed he was in. He figured he must have come from the Tron concentration camps while he slept. He couldn't help but focus on the corns on the man's feet and his peaceful snore when he walked by. He sighed at what he was subject to, but with determination willed himself into the journal to jot down all he remembered from his dream into his fruit phone. Dick knew that was his ego in there, as well as the dream with Tony in the blue dress, but felt so frightened at what he saw and heard this time that he figured Benjamin was in too deep and rebelling because he was captured. Dick loves pussy, but is a pump and dump kind of guy. Selling it just seemed too intimate for him. Plus it was illegal. So how could the part of himself that shut him down for being criminal invite him back into the underworld? The information was too confusing at the time, so he just logged it with intent to go over it another time. He was relieved at knowing he didn't have to go to the labor camp, so searched his messages and emails to start his day instead like a boss would. A message was left in his Life Bible inbox from a woman he had no memory of. Her profile only had the first name, Mira, which made things more complicated for him.
What are the real estate requirements? Asking for a friend. LOL.
Distracted by the chatter in the hallway, Dick left the message on read and inched toward the door to hear what the commotion was about. He recognized Angel's voice talking to who he determined to be her boyfriend over the phone.
What are you talking about? But you do this all the time. I tell you I'm working and you still ask me what I'm doing. What do you want me to do?
He couldn't help but assume that whatever her partner was saying on the other line was lame due to Angel's responses, but thought about what he would do if his girl worked at a hotel full of others and dudes in the company. It was either a case of inadequacy or he was jealous of her potentially doing more than cleaning in the rooms. The voice grew closer, so Dick tiptoed away from the door as fast as he could. While turning around, he noticed his roommate had awakened, and Angel burst in with her cleaning cart trailing her and went directly into the bathroom.
Did the plumber come up here yet?
What for? Dick asked Angel.
The toilet is leaking again. Did they fix it the first time?
Dick followed her and noticed there was a small puddle of water rising from the base of the toilet. You know what, Ma? I have no idea. I'm usually not here during the daytime, so I would have missed him if he did. She bent down to reach behind the toilet and her butt was 2 inches away from the front of Dick's basketball shorts.
It's leaking back here,
she said, tone muffled by the nearby wall. Angel grabbed a towel then laid it down on the wet area while trying to describe what she had done to prevent the leak, but it all sounded like gibberish to Dick. Angel's ass moved with every word she expressed while Dick fought every nerve in his body to not advance her.
That should keep it from flooding the floor until plumbing gets here. I called him earlier, so keep an eye out for him. You're staying in now, right?
She asked. Yeah, how did you know? Also, you know this is an other's room, right?
Yeah, of course I do.
She placed the bottom of her palm on his inner thigh and pulled herself off the floor with his cock then left out. Since when did they start doing shit for others? Dick asked his roommate after exiting the bathroom. I don't know, but you better take it while you can because in a minute they're not playing with any of us. Malik, the roommate said while extending his hand. Benjamin, he replied while extending his hand for a shake. What you mean though? Something is going down? Yeah, you ain't heard? The mayor's paying for a Slacks bus or plane ticket up out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. On some forceful shit? Dick asked, surprised at the news. Nah, that's if a motherfucker wants to leave and can't hack this homeless/slave shit. The shit got different stakes offering incentives to citizens coming from the bigger stakes like heroin and fornication on some real auction and block shit. Wanna come with me to Ohio? Malik asked out of nowhere. Bro, I just met you. I don't even know what your survival skills are like. What I look like going with you to Ohio? You leaving? Malik laughed at Dick's response, but continued explaining the ins and outs of the government's plans. True. But I'm saying there's either one of two things going down or maybe both. Either something big is about to happen out here again, terrorist-wise, or they're just tired of our shit and giving us a chance to leave before eliminating us themselves. Either way, some big shit is happening. And Ohio's asses are giving $3,000 used car vouchers to every citizen who goes there through the system. Get the fuck out of here, Dick replied. I'm dead ass. But what about your benefits here? You gonna leave your housing voucher here to go out there for a car? For the price of rent out here compared to there? Man, hell yeah. I'm a hustler. Give me a car and I'll come up with their rent with no subsidy. Dick saw Malik's side of things for what it was and understood, but not enough to be convinced to leave the empire. In the same moment, another text came in from Mira. This time it was a photo of her cradling her breast with her forearms covering the nipples. Whatever size they were, he knew she couldn't shop at regular department stores for bras. He lowered the phone, feeling too inadequate to respond. Shit, I'm ready to leave the damn country, to be real with you. Wanna come with me to Sima? Malik continued while laughing at his own statement, but Dick could tell he was serious. What? And what is Sima offering you? He laughed. Nothing, but if I tell them the plot these Hysterians are up to, they'll give me a fucking palace. You don't think? Hell no, bro. They're going to look at you like a traitor. They are built on tradition, gradual decision-making processes, and strong government. Once you come over there on some espionage shit out of nowhere, they will think you ain't shit and probably will expose you. Come on, how you know that, bro? Dick didn't know how he knew, but he just knew. Man, I know, I'm telling you, he still insisted. Another 2 photos entered Dick's inbox from Mira. One was of her now holding her tits up like bazookas, revealing her nipples. The other one was of her laying on her side in a fetal position.
I will swallow that banana whole, 20 minutes away. Smiley face. With a wink.
Dick arched his eyebrows at her advance and searched their photo thread history. And sure enough, Benjamin sent her a pic of his cock looking like it was dipped in baby oil. Alright, so what about this? What if I made an invention that could help mad people, then flew out to Simon with it and pitched it to them so they could give me a contract deal? You think they will let me in then? You'll have a better chance like that, but they might think it's a plot in the beginning because they're known to replicate our shit anyway. So they may research it to make sure the patent wasn't made here first. Then when they find out you didn't patent it in the US, they will still grow suspicious of you because that is how global trade between us is usually done. They will want to know your story and why you're so adamant about ditching your homeland for theirs. They might even ask their Hysterian connections about you, but it is better than giving them government information. But yo, what are you getting into? You doing something today? Nah, the lady with the voucher power ain't here until 2 o'clock. Why, what's up? I need you to look out for me real quick while I handle something downstairs. I'm gonna give you my number, so if you see security, you can text me. You got some chicks coming through, don't you? Malik smiled. You know what? Maybe. Shit, come down with me and meet her and we'll find out. Chapter 9. Hunger.
I'm outside, but I think I'm at the wrong hotel.
Mira sent the text.